Wilson County Commission meeting to order. Welcome all of our guests tonight and invite you to come back any opportunity that you might have. This time I'll introduce Commissioner Kenny Rich for the prayer and the pledge.
I've asked Representative Clark Boyd if he would mind doing the prayer and pledge for us tonight. I didn't ask Representative Boyd because of his state position. I asked him because of a higher calling than that, and that is one that we go to church together at Emmanuel Baptist Church, along with Commissioner Ash, Commissioner Vanetta, the mayor, and myself. Clark's a steady member at Emmanuel. He's a Sunday school teacher and also a deacon. So I thought it would be appropriate for him to say the prayer tonight.
Please stand.
If you'd rise, please. Before we do have the prayer tonight, I'm going to ask that we do a moment of silence for PT that passed away like a couple weeks ago. He was here last commission meeting. He's been here as long as I've been here in '06. And he was always here and was always faithful. And everybody in here knew PT. He was a friend of everybody here. So we would observe a moment of silence.
Let's pray. Father, we come to you tonight, Lord, and we just humbly approach your throne, Lord, and we say, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. Father, as we pray tonight, Lord, for many, it's just a tradition, Lord. It's something that we do as we kick off a meeting, Lord. But for those of us that know you, Lord, those of us that have been born again, God, it is a prayer that we offer up tonight because we believe in the power of prayer, Lord, and we think it's appropriate that we start off this meeting, Lord, dedicating it to you, and just a reminder, Father, that you're in control. Father, you're in control all around this world, Lord, in every level of government, God. And Father, I want to pray tonight, Lord, for the United States of America, Lord, just from the president all the way down, Lord. And Father, I just give thanks, Lord, that we live in a country, Lord, and in a state and in a community where we can pray before we start the county commission meeting tonight, Lord. And I specifically want to pray for these county commissioners tonight, Lord. Father, I just want to lift them up, Lord, and I pray, God, that you will give them wisdom. Father, that you will just remind them, Lord, that of the mantle of responsibility and authority that you've placed on each and every one of them, Lord. And God, that every decision that they make, Lord, that Father, that wisdom would come through, Lord, and that they would seek your will, Lord, not our will, but that your will would be done, God. Father, we just pray for everyone tonight, Lord, who is those folks out there, Lord, that are sick, those people that are hurting, those people that are in need. Father, we just lift them up to you, Lord. God, you know their needs so much better, Father, than even we do, Lord. And God, we just thank you most of all, Lord, for sending your Son, Jesus Christ, Lord, to die on the cross for our sins. And it's in his name we pray. Amen. Join me in the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Representative Boyd. This time, if you will, press yes on your panel to record your presence at tonight's meeting. A. Mine's not working up here. 24 present and 1 absent. Report from the steering committee, Commissioner Patton.
Yes, the steering committee met on Thursday, June the 10th, in the county commission room. There was a quorum present. I move these minutes. The minutes are in your packet. I move they be accepted and filed.
Motion. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Adoption of the agenda.
Motion to adopt the agenda.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Consent agenda.
Motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
I do have a line item transfer for finance in there. Call the roll. Sorry. Got a motion to second. Any discussion? Seeing none, are you ready to vote? Please cast your vote. Commissioner Stafford?
Mine, I did.
All hearts and minds good with your vote? Are you good? Please record. 24 and 1. Consent agenda passes. This time we will move to, you want me to call?
That's Glover's act.
We'll move forward then with Resolution 21-6-3, which is the fiscal year 21-22 budget. Do I hear a motion to approve it?
Motion. Second.
I got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, are you ready to vote? Please cast your vote. I can't see. Commissioner Weathers? Commissioner McFarland? Sorry. All hearts and minds good with your vote? Please record. 24 yes, 1 absent, resolution passes. And now you'll go to Resolution 21-6-4, set the tax rate at $1.9089.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Commissioner McFarland.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, fellow commissioners, I just want to share with all of my fellow commissioners that we've been told on numerous times that the reduction in the tax rate to 1.9 and some digits is revenue neutral. It is for the county, but it's not for each individual taxpayer, so you may get some criticism. Some people are going up, some people are going down, depending on where you live and what you're next to in the county. So just be aware that it's not revenue neutral to every taxpayer.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, you ready to vote? Please cast your vote. All hearts and minds good with your vote? Please record. 24 yes, 1 absent, resolution passes. This time, I'd like to recognize Commissioner Sue Vanatta.
Good evening, Mayor and fellow commissioners. I would like to ask Coach Woody Hunt and his family to come up, please, and anyone else that's with him would like to come up. I had the opportunity today to see Coach Hunt. My son was in Coach Hunt's football camp, and I'm not going to tell you how many years ago that was. But this week, my grandson, his son, is now in Coach Hunt's baseball camp. So, and he had a great time today. He said it was hot, and he had to go inside because of the lightning a little bit. So, but thank you for being here. And I'm going to introduce you to a little bit later, but we're going to turn it over to Mayor Hutto right now, and he's going to read the resolution.
Coach Hunt, it's an honor for our commission to honor you, and you've done so much for Lebanon and Cumberland University, but really and truly Wilson County as a whole. I've said many times there's 3 things that Wilson County is known for. Anytime you get on an airplane and talk to somebody, and Cracker Barrel would be one, Wilson County Fair would be the other, and Coach Hunt and Cumberland baseball would be the third one. You're known nationwide, and we appreciate what you've done. And this commission wants to honor you, and I have a resolution they prepared for you, so I'll read it as it follows. Whereas Woody Hunt has been the head baseball coach at Cumberland University for the last 41 years and has announced his retirement effective after season 2021. Whereas under leadership, Cumberland University teams have captured 3 NIA titles in a span of 10 years, 2 national runners-up, 12 trips to the NAIA World Series, 20 regular season conference championships. Whereas during this time, his teams have amassed 1,608 wins, with a winning percentage of .68. Whereas he is one of only 6 collegiate coaches across all levels of collegiate baseball to have over 1,600 wins in his career. Whereas before his retirement, he was the winningest active coach in college baseball. Whereas Coach Hunt has been awarded the Pat Summit Lifetime Achievement Award by the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, presented to coaches who have led their teams in excellence, cultivating talents and athletes, and served as a shining example of mentorship and leadership within the sports industry. Whereas Coach Hunt has been an important part of Cumberland University history, as shown in this quote by President Dr. Paul Stum. Historically, when people have thought about Cumberland University, they have thought about some well-known alumni, including Cordell Hull, or one of our 2 U.S. Supreme Court justices, or maybe they even thought about John Heisman and that somewhat infamous 222-0 football game against Georgia Tech in 1916. But today, if you ask anyone about Cumberland University, the first thing they mention is Cumberland baseball and Coach Woody Hunt. Whereas with all of these successful teams and accomplishments, perhaps his most enduring legacy would be his work off the field, as he is regarded as one of the best coaches in preparing his players to be great men after baseball. Whereas many of his former players have grasped his teaching and are currently paying it forward to the next generation. And whereas a humble and blessed man, Coach Hunt has been an outstanding ambassador for Cumberland University in Wilson County, whether it was in coaching or preparing his teams, teaching his players life lessons, groundskeeping of his field, or doing all the little things and tasks that are required to have a successful program. Coach Hunt has become the greatest ambassador for Cumberland University while bringing pride, honor, and respect to Wilson County and its 3 municipalities. Whereas Coach Hunt perhaps summarized it best than any writer could possibly say when he said simply, "It has been a great run and an unbelievable journey to be the head coach at Cumberland University. God bless me beyond measure." Whereas continuing his outstanding work ethic, even while in retirement, Coach Hunt accepts responsibilities to be with Cumberland University to assist in fundraising. Now be it further resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Wilson County, Tennessee, that we hereby honor Coach Woody Hunt for all he has done for Cumberland University and Wilson County, the young men he has coached, and all the lives he has touched. We wish him well in his retirement, even as he continues to serve Cumberland University in his new capacity. Coach, thank you so much. Do I hear a move?
I want to introduce Dr. Paul Stum, the president of Cumberland University, that's here this evening.
You want to approve, you want to approve the resolution?
All in favor, say aye.
Somebody said it over here, I thought, okay. And this is the athletic director, Ron Pavin, who I call Smiley. He was on my sports council for a long time, and we go way back, and usually he's got a smile on his face. I knew I'd get it. Coach.
Well, thank you to all the people of Wilson County and Lebanon, and thanks to Ron and Paul, who are dear friends of mine and who have allowed me to do what I love to do, and that's coach baseball. Thanks to my wife, Irma, and her sister, Drama. That's the only one we could find to come with us, so actually I almost forgot about it. I was in my camp today till Ron called me and said, "Don't forget about tonight," and I had to recall that I was going to get this, and I really appreciate it. And I've been here, I came here in 1977 and had no idea that it would turn out like it is. This is a great community, a place that we like to live. We've been through a tough year, but we've made it with the tornado and all that stuff. And the community has been so good to me through these very difficult times of rebuilding their house and all that. And I can't thank Cumberland University, Wilson County, and Lebanon enough for allowing me to live here for the last 43 years. And thank you. And I want to recognize Jeff Luttrell. Jeff is one of my former players that I coached in 1992 and 93. And now, who would ever thought that in 92, I asked him a few minutes ago, did you ever think in 92 that you'd become the director of schools at Wilson County? So thank you, Jeff, for being part of my life as a coach. And I'm really proud of you. So, but thanks to all. Thanks for your friendship. And hope everything gets passed tonight.
This time I recognize Commissioner Robinson and Commissioner Stafford.
At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Donna Wright if she'll come forward, please.
I can understand that. Ms. Robinson asked that short people have a stand to stand on, and I understand that thoroughly, so we will have that next meeting.
It is an absolute honor for me to stand up here with Dr. Donna Wright. Not only is she Director of Schools, but she is also a very good friend. So I'd like to read this if I can get through this. Resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Wilson County, Tennessee, honoring Director of Schools Dr. Donna L. Wright, EDD, for her years of service and leadership of the Wilson County school system. Whereas Donna L. Wright, Education Director, has a long and distinguished career in education, serving students of other school systems as a teacher, principal, instructional leader, and assistant superintendent for more than 30 years before accepting the position of Director of Schools for the Wilson County School System. Whereas Dr. Wright has served the students, principals, administration, and citizens of Wilson County for 7 years as Director of Schools. Whereas during that time, she provided outstanding service and leadership, working closely with the Wilson County Board of Education to advance the Wilson County school system to position of a Level 5 district in both academic achievement and growth. And whereas during her 7-year tenure, Wilson County Schools was named as exemplary district in 2018-2019 by the Tennessee Department of Education. And whereas during these 7 years, the student ACT composite score has risen to the top 15% in the state. Whereas Dr. Wright recognized the importance of technology to current and future instruction, providing more access to technology, expanding instructional technology used throughout the school district, and receiving national recognition, including earning the National Award for Digital Excellence for 3 consecutive years. Whereas while the Wilson County school system has received recognition, honors, and awards during her tenure, Dr. Wright has also been named 2019 Superintendent of the Year by the Tennessee Organization of School Superintendents, Wilsonian of the Year 2018 by the Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce, and honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015. Whereas while dealing with the day-to-day challenges of providing the best possible education to over 18,000 students, hiring the best teachers and administrative staff to provide a good education, and dealing with day-to-day issues that arise within any school system, Dr. Wright has had to deal with an unprecedented set of challenges since March 3rd, 2020, first with a tornado that severely damaged Stoner Creek Elementary and West Wilson Middle Schools in West Wilson County, and then the COVID-19 pandemic. Whereas under her leadership, the students and staff of Wilson County Schools has successfully navigated those major challenges to where the school system is set to begin what is to believe a regular school year for 21-22. Whereas through her leadership and guidance, she has successfully directed Wilson County Schools in maintaining a culture of excellence and commitment to the academic achievement of all students. And whereas Dr. Wright has announced her retirement effective June 30th, 2021, culminating many years of distinguished public service with an exceptional commitment and dedication to public education. Therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Wilson County, Tennessee, that we hereby honor and express our appreciation to Dr. Wright for her distinguished service and commitment to our schools and communities, for her many years of service to teachers, staff, and students, and wish her the very best as she enters upon her retirement. I ask that this be.
Motion to approve.
All in favor say aye.
don't follow Coach Hunt. He's a legend, absolute legend. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when I think of 7 years and standing in front of this group, and many of you are the original, and when I first came on, I know that there was a lot of trepidation, and and it was, as far as that person that was coming from the outside. But I tell you what, 7 years out of my 40 years, it's been the 7 best professional years. And I say that not only as one that came into a profession that was, quite late, but I say that as one that when I say it over the quality of life, and I know many of you that have had the fortune of growing up here and living here your entire, if you've not been anywhere else, you don't know and understand and appreciate how good it is here. And amidst all these accolades, it's almost like, who are they talking about? Because it's not I, it's a we, and much of what was accomplished in this school district due to outstanding teachers, administrators, support personnel from the crossing guard to food services to the bus driver, those educational assistants, everyone working on behalf of the students in Wilson County. And as much as there's always the idea that the tension between the school system and the county commission. I've said this so many times, and I'm looking back some of the people that they've heard me say this many times. This county commission's always supported the school district. Always supported the school district. And there might have been some tense conversation maybe, but you know what? I always knew that not only were your hearts in the right place, but you always did the right thing by our boys and girls. And with that, I say that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. May God bless each and every one of you abundantly. And thank you for allowing me the honor and the privilege of serving this school district, because I would not take anything for it. Thank you so much.
This time we will have to go to our public hearing for zoning, so I request Mr. Tom Brashear to come forward. And a motion to go out of session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Mr. Tom?
We do have a public hearing to come before you tonight here at 228 East Main Street at the courthouse. Application has been made by Ronald Thompson requesting to rezone approximately 4.4 acres from R1 rural residential to C4 planned commercial. The property is located on Maddox Road and is referenced as Wilson County Property Map 140, Parcels 2 and Parcel 3. Anyone wishing to speak is requested to come forward at this time. A copy of this request has been on file in the planning office.
Anyone here wishing to speak on the property, please just step forward to the podium in the back, state your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Ronald Thompson, and I'm just here to answer any questions that the commission may have.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on this property? Seeing none, we'll close public comment period, and I'll take a motion to go back into session. Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Mr. Tom?
Likewise, when we're back in regular session, we do have a rezoning request before us for Mr. Ronald Thompson to rezone approximately 4.61 acres from R1 rural residential to C4 planned commercial. Properties are located on Maddox Road and the reference is Wilson County Property Map 140, Parcels 2 and 3. And the rezoning request was presented to the Planning Commission, Wilson County Planning Commission on May 21st of 2021, and it's being forwarded to the Wilson County Commission with a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission.
Commissioner Robinson, it's in your district.
It is. Tom, can I ask you what your recommendation was on this when you brought it to the Planning Commission?
Staff could not recommend approval based on the fact that it was, that the rezoning request for C4 zoning fell outside of what the land use direction was for the parcels.
I am going to ask that this be denied. This is in the land use plan, it's a R1, which is residential. As being the District 13 commissioner out there, I will not recommend anything that we are going to take outside that land use plan. Until it is modified and looked at, I will not rezone anything until this is done. So I'm asking this to be denied.
A motion to deny, do I hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion now? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record reflect it was unanimous.
Concludes the business I have before you. Thank you.
Thank you. Report for the Minutes Committee, Commissioner Bishop.
Minutes Committee, excuse me. The Minutes Committee met at 5:19 on June the 10th in the County Commission Room. 4 members of the 5-member committee were present. The minutes were approved with one name addition to be made before the full commissioner's approval. The commission minutes and the committee minutes were in your packet, and I make a motion for this reports to be received and filed.
Motion second. Any discussion now? All in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Reading of the minutes?
I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Just communication from the chair. Ms. Kiana, if you would come forward, please. As she makes her way up here, Mr. Robert Spickert is going to be appointed to the Gladeville Utility District Board. There's no action needed on your part. And I would like to introduce to you, we are sad that Ms. Vaughn Barr, which is in the back, Ms. Vaughn, stand up, has gone to Cracker Barrel, which was our HR director. And I would like to introduce to you our new HR director, Ms. Kiana Scruggs. I call her Q. She's no kin to Terry. And Ms. Kiana, take off.
Yes, my name is Kiana Scruggs, and I just wanted to briefly state that I'm very excited about this opportunity. Look forward to getting to know you all and working with you all. Had a chance to read over our mission statement, which is the Wilson County Government HR mission statement, and I do want to let you all know that it directly aligns with my professional and personal morals and goals. So look forward to getting to know everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kiana. Glad. Mr. Goodall, any additions to the notary list? Seeing none, I hear a motion to approve that.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Library Board, you are to elect one member to serve a 3-year term on the Wilson County Library Board. I would like to recommend for your consideration Mr. Rob Shearer. A letter of recommendation from Mr. Mills was placed in your packet, and I would like to thank Ms. Diane Weathers for her service on this board as she rolled off for just, I think the time was her to roll off. So do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Report from the Emergency Management Committee, Commissioner Patton. Sorry?
The Wheeling Committee, Emergency Management Committee met on Tuesday, June the 1st at the upstairs conference room. The minutes are in your packet. I move they be received and filed.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion now? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Emergency Management Report, Director Cooper.
Thank you, Mayor, County Commission. All the information should be in your packet. Right now, we're still in the recovery of the coronavirus and the flooding event. We're still getting people registering for that through FEMA. And I think that ends July the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. So if anybody asks, those are the dates on that. I do want to thank the commission for allowing Wilson County to receive the mobile command post from Bridgestone. We used that this weekend in partnership with the Sheriff's Department, and I couldn't ask for any better partners to work with inside that command post as we worked this weekend out there. I always love working with the sheriff's department. I mean, I wish everybody had a good opportunity to work with people like that and get along and get the job done that we do. So thank you, Sheriff Bryan, for that. Just wanted you to know that and be aware of that. Racetrack did prove to be a big event for Wilson County. We run a bunch of medical calls. We did partner with Vanderbilt Life Flight. They worked part of it and we worked part of it. Probably had over like 25 transports overall between us and Vanderbilt while we're out there. Dr. Wright, it's been a pleasure working with you through your tenure. So I hope you enjoy your retirement and looking forward to working with Director Luttrell with the school system. And that concludes my report unless there's any questions.
No question, comment, though. I'd like to thank you and your staff, your team, for working with us on Juneteenth on Market Street. I know that you had the races going on, but you still didn't fail to help us out, and we really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Stafford. Is there a motion to approve his report? Second?
Second.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Director Cooper. Report from the Law Enforcement Committee, Commissioner Rich.
No report.
Sheriff's report, Sheriff Bryan. Still got any minutes left in your cell phone after everybody called you trying to get in the race?
Don't say nothing about that. Was it a race this weekend? Your report's in your packet. The numbers, you can see what the numbers are, and I want to reiterate what Director Cooper stated earlier. Us and WEMA, we had our hands full. I'm going to tell you, and you had they'll release the numbers I'm hearing later, but about 40,000 people Sunday. Them stands was packed Friday and Saturday too, and the traffic was a nightmare, and we done our best to get people in. And there's some things everybody don't understand. Several years ago when that racetrack was open, we had a plan to get people in there. It worked, Terry. It worked. We sort of moved away from that plan just a bit, and we moved back to it, and people started moving. So we're working towards getting that fixed, and each year will get better. I'm gonna tell you what caused more problem is this traffic app Waze. The race was on Zachary Road because it said turn right, turn right, turn right, and but we got everybody in. It was a success, and we worked well with Joey. We had that command post out there, and it was a 24-hour-a-day operation, and it worked out. So I appreciate that. I also want to say, about the race, we had 54 employees working on Friday, 51 employees working on Saturday, 71 working Sunday, and today we still had 10 people out there cleaning up. So, and Joey was right there alongside of us. So, I want to I just want to thank our employees. I mean, it was hot, and they had their hands full, and they done a great job. Dr. Wright, congratulations. We've worked well together, and I appreciate everything you've done for the school system in Wilson County. Director Jeff Luttrell, we've known each other for a long while, and look forward to working with you also. Commissioner Rich, thank you for recognizing PT earlier. There's an empty seat sitting right back there. PT was my buddy. PT was everybody's buddy. But that seat's empty back there. And every time I used to come up here and give my report, he'd make some kind of notion about something before I walked up here, and I can't tell you what it was. And I didn't see that tonight. So we're going to miss him, and keep his family in your prayers. So that concludes my report.
Second.
Discussion
Comment.
now, Commissioner Stafford.
Well, you had 54 out there on, Saturday, and we had 3 of the finest Wilson County Sheriff's Departments over at Juneteenth, and we really do appreciate that.
Got to take care of the queen.
You took care of the queen.
I would also like to say thank you very, very much. Your people did a wonderful job, and I live 15 minutes from that track. It took me almost 2 hours to get there, but they did a wonderful job, and they were doing all they could do. And it was very, very hot out there, and the guys did wonderful. So please tell them I said thank you very much for all the
If we
hard
done
work.
the census Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the Glade, it would have been
Do what? I'm sorry.
we've done the census in the Glade that days, the population would have went up.
It sure did, didn't it? Yeah. And I will tell you that I took a young man back to his car. He asked me, when I was turning on to McCrary, he said, will you mind taking me and my daughter back to my car? And he said, I'm on Vesta. I was at the track. And he was from Bloomington, Illinois. He'd come to the racetrack from Bloomington, Illinois.
They was from everywhere.
Yeah.
That concludes my report.
Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Sheriff Bryan. Report from Education Committee, Commissioner Stafford.
Mr. Chair, fellow commissioners, there was a joint meeting of the Education and Budget Committee on Monday, May the 24th, 6 o'clock in the upstairs County Commission meeting room. And there was also, I don't know if we need to do these together or separate, but there was also an education meeting on Thursday, June the 10th, upstairs Commission meeting room at 5 p.m. I move both of these minutes be received and filed.
Got a motion? Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. And opposed? Director of Schools report, Dr. Donna Wright. Dr. Wright, everybody's already congratulated, but I will say this personally to you and publicly. You have taken our school system to another level, and it's recognized statewide, if not nationwide, for lots of different reasons, and mainly because of you, and I appreciate what you've done for us and all the children that's benefited from that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you only knew how much fun, if you only knew. Well, I was thinking this is my final report in front of commission, and I thought, do I want to take advantage of it and maybe take a little time? And I thought, no, don't wear your welcome out, so I won't do that. I won't do that. But you have the final report, and just the thing I want to highlight, because I always talk about that return on investment as far as what you have provided and what we see in return. With such a crazy, dreadful year as what we've experienced, it's amazing what our teachers were able to provide, what our administrators did as far as working from a remote to in-person, going back to remote, and still not missing a beat, whether they were 5 years old or 18. It was just amazing. But we graduated 1,620 students. Out of that, 47 million, a little over 47 million, 47,606,000 to be exact, scholarships were offered, and there's still scholarships coming in and will till the end of summer. 296 Tennessee scholars that have to recognize almost a two-track and have to follow as far as certain specific guidelines, which Wilson County right now is the only remaining school district in the state of Tennessee that still recognizes Tennessee scholars. Commissioner Vanetta, you had a whole lot as far as getting that orchestrated here in Wilson County, so be proud to know. It's the only one that's still in existence. 1,098 Tennessee Lottery Hope Scholarships. That's 21 or better or a 3.0 on their GPA when they graduate, which if they continue that track into college, they can continue as far as getting upwards of $16,000 to pay for college. 675 out of those graduates scored a 21 or better on the ACT. And that's just the marking point. To give you an example, Wilson Central High School had 41 of their graduates this year that scored a 30 or better on the ACT. I want you to think about 41. Incredible. And all that to say, and you have the numbers in front of you, again, that will be returned in so many different ways as far as when you look at the students exiting Wilson County and going on either into post-secondary, going into military, going into training, or going right into the workforce. We've got Del Tech Crew kids right now that are being offered their certification once they graduate from high school that are entering a field that's $60,000 to $80,000 coming out of high school and can continue training with Dell. So all that, again, that's being offered here. I want to also, you know, they're recognizing me, but Director Cooper and the sheriff, he exited already. Because there was something I really wanted to say because it's been making the news. Not only do we have a good relationship as far as with emergency services, you know, I'm going to call you Director Cooper, I'm going to call you Joey. Joey, you've been such a good friend to the school system as far as working when we've had emergencies, when we've had, particularly this year of COVID, much of that information that was disseminated from your office really benefited us. Can't ever say enough about the relationship with the Sheriff's Department, particularly in this day and time. Many school districts around the state, around the country, are pulling law enforcement out of their schools. Really? Including a district that I was in for 30 years. And it's a shame that they have developed that kind of, or lack of relationship, that they would even do that. Commissioner Ash, Sheriff Ash, as you're still lovingly called, you started something here that, again, not only is sustainable, but it's a great relationship and one that we don't look or would even anticipate that we would remove law enforcement. And again, it's, again, working together for the common good. And so I can't say enough of that, and we are very, very privileged with that. So one of the things that, just with closing tonight, you know, something I read a long time and I've kept it. None of us are perfect, but we do our very best to make things better than how we found it and pray that those who take our place will continue to make it better and stronger. And I think that's something that everyone on this commission likewise would say. Make it better, make it stronger, and path for the future. And I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much. And that concludes my report.
Will the report be received and filed?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Dr. Wright. Report from the Public Works Committee, Commissioner Weathers.
No report.
Ag Center Management, Commissioner Scruggs.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Animal Control, Commissioner Marlowe.
No report.
Audit, Commissioner Bernard.
No report.
Table Tax, Commissioner Walker.
No report.
Development Tourism, Commissioner Vanatta.
You have Thursday, June 3rd, 5 o'clock in the upstairs conference room. I do have one correction at the last sentence. It says seconded by Commissioner Bernard. Should be Commissioner Bannock.
Should be Commissioner Patton.
Yes.
Okay, we'll make that change.
Bannock.
I don't have it in my packet. What is it?
You say Commissioner Bannock? My bad, I said Patton. My bad. Sorry, Miss Cindy. I got a motion to hear a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Ethics, Commissioner Ash. Finance, Commissioner Weathers.
No report.
Health and Recreation, Commissioner Patton.
No report.
Insurance, Commissioner Ash. Judicial, Commissioner Kurtz.
Judicial Committee met twice, once on May 17th and again on June 10th in the upstairs conference room. Minutes are in your packet, and make a motion they be received and filed.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed? Planning and Zoning, Commissioner McFarland.
No report.
Okay. There's a report in there, and I guess I saw one for animal control too, that's why I said that. Minutes. Got you. Do we have anything for planning and zoning?
Reports.
Yeah, well, it went out in May, so that's why it is in the June packet and not in the previous one. Correct. It would have had to have been laid on the tape on your desk last month, so
Got a motion there, do I hear a second?
Second.
I got a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Rules, Commissioner Gentry.
Rules Committee met on May 11th in the upstairs conference room. The minutes need to be changed slightly at the bottom where it says there was a motion made by Commissioner Breeze. It should be Commissioner Dow, seconded by Commissioner Breeze. Other than that, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. And opposed? Urban Type Facility Board, Commissioner Scruggs.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Finance Director report, Mr. Aaron Maynard. Mr. Marlowe.
Yeah, already did it.
You received both by email and also on your desk tonight a copy for any of you who have questions about what these are. This is a budget including the estimates for how 2021 will end up with fund balances for each fund. So that is actually where the appropriations resolution came from with the budget for fiscal year 2022. The main thing that I have to do tonight is it's 3-star grant time again. Those of you who have been here a while know that we have this protocol we have to go through to maintain the 3-star certification. First thing we have to talk about is our debt management policy. I think I've sent that out by email in the past. If you want a copy of it by email, let me know. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. In short, it's all kind of summed up right at the top in the introductory statement. In managing its debt, defined herein as tax-exempt or taxable bonds, capital outlay notes, other notes, capital leases, interfund loans, or notes and loan agreements, it is the county's policy to achieve the lowest cost of capital within acceptable risk parameters, maintain or improve credit ratings, assure reasonable cost access to the capital markets, preserve financial and management flexibility, manage interest rate risk exposure. And on the second page of that, item C, which you don't have so you don't see, but all debt must be formally authorized by resolution of the county's legislative body. It goes on for several pages talking about how we're going to achieve those things. And mostly it's through competitive sales. When we go out for a bond issue, it is advertised, various investment banks bid on our bonds. So then it wants to know, the second thing on the 3-star thing is about annual cash flow forecast. Every time we do a debt issuance, you guys are used to seeing these things, the CT forms. One of the things on that CT form on the second page is maturity dates, interest rates, et cetera. That is basically a cash flow schedule of that debt. So basically the CT form takes care of that requirement. And third is the requirement, and I don't remember us having to discuss this one before, maybe we did, a confirmation of documented internal controls requirement, an acknowledgement that Wilson County Commission understands that all county offices are required to develop a documented system of internal control for all offices, funds, and departments under the authority and administration of the elected officials of Wilson County in compliance with Section 9-18102A Tennessee Code Annotated. We do have a rather lengthy, all the elected officials have their own internal control policy that they are required to adopt. And then we have it for the finance department, and we collect and gather it for the other departments in the county as well. So if you would like to see that, there is a copy of that in the office, my office as well. You're more than, I would offer to send that out to you, but I think it's a little lengthy to try to do that with, but you're more than welcome to come up and see it. And that concludes my report, unless you have any questions for me.
Motion approved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve Mr. Maynard's report. Any questions or discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Commissioner Marlowe, I have just a comment on the Tennessee Star. I don't know if everyone in here is aware what that means for Wilson County. This was started several years ago, and it gives us a better rating when we go to get bonds. Several different things, we get a better rating. Am I correct on that, Aaron?
Yeah, what I recall mostly is some sort of break that we get on certain infrastructure.
Yes, yes. And the Economic Development Office for the county works hard on continuing this with the 3 chambers. So it is a good thing for this county.
Okay, report from the Budget Committee. Just to let you know that the Budget Committee met May the 18th, May the 24th, June the 1st, and June the 8th. All those minutes are in your packet. I entertain a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve all 4 sets of minutes. Any questions or concerns? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, resolutions. I'm doing double duty. Okay, resolutions 21-6-7 to amend Rules 2 of the Rules of Order of the County Commission. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second. Second.
Discussion. Mr. Gentry?
Yes, just a correction on the resolution. Down at the bottom, it says Rules Committee. It should be 3-1-1 instead of 4-0-1. In the minutes, it specified 1 was absent, 1 voted against it, and 3 voted for it in the committee. So that should be amended for that resolution. It was just an error in the typing, I believe.
Ms. Patton?
Yes, just to speak to it, I don't think it needs to be changed because people who have, who still work and have jobs, it makes it difficult for them to be here at 6 o'clock instead of 7. Or sometimes, you have grandkids that have ball games and they can't be here. They have early games for the younger kids, and it's just 7 o'clock. It's always been at 7 o'clock, and I'm not for changing it at all. I know in particular with myself, sometimes it's hard for me to be here at any earlier than 7.
Ms. Breeze?
I'd like to make a motion to amend, and any changes to the rule that happens this evening go into effect in our next commission term, so it would go into effect September of 2022.
Okay, who made that motion?
I did.
Original motion.
The original motion.
Gentry.
Well, I made the original.
Okay.
Well, it came out of the committee.
Okay, do you accept that?
I'll accept that as a change, although the committee voted for it.
Okay. Ms. Bishop?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, what Commissioner Breeze said. So I just didn't push but I was going to make that amendment, so.
Commissioner Walker?
I'd just like to say, as a working adult, sometimes we do get here and stay very late on a commission night, on a Monday night, and I'm an early riser going to work. It does make it difficult to stay up late and then turn right back around and go to work early in the morning. So it goes 2 ways for workers. I'd prefer the 6 o'clock versus the 7 o'clock meeting.
Commissioner Patton?
Yes, pertaining to Commissioner Breeze's motion, I think that's a good idea that we not start it till the next term. That way, that gives the folks coming in, because we've always, from the time we were elected, we knew it was at 7 o'clock. We knew what time we were supposed to be here, what time we were strived to get here, and it's been that way for years. And if you're going to start something new, you need to start with a new group.
Okay, there's 2 others in the hopper. Ms. Bishop?
Yes, I agree with what Sara said, and Commissioner Breeze and I were talking about this, and I said, when I thought I was going to make the motion, I said I thought that it would only be fair to start in September with this, and people would know what to expect. And some people might not even run for commissioner if they don't get off from work, and that would affect some people that are sitting in this room right now. And I think all those things, to be fair, I think that before people run again, they need to know definitely what time, and not, because these people that are here now that are having trouble, with this 7 o'clock change, I mean, back to 6 o'clock, they're just sort of between a rock and a hard place.
Mr. Gentry.
I agree somewhat with that. However, we have many meetings that start at 5, some at 4. The
Yeah.
school board starts at 6. The airport commission, which I'm on, starts at 4. I think if you're a commissioner, whether it's here on the airport or whatever, I mean, this meeting is once a month. If you can't make it at 6 at once a month and you're a commissioner, and I don't know why you would want to be a commissioner. Thank you.
Okay, question has been called for.
Can we speak to what he said?
Not at this time. Okay,
Those are.
question has been called for.
Always get off the committee.
There was a change in the resolution for it to start next term in September.
2022.
2022.
2022.
Yeah,
2022. Yes.
Yes, he did.
You need to change that now, what meeting?
We're ready to vote on the motion as amended, resolution as amended. All in favor, say aye.
Oh.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Roll call.
You gotta.
I'm gonna be here.
I can't believe that. You got to vote. You got to vote.
Waiting on us to vote.
You ain't voted yet. Giving you time to think about it.
You know it, I need some time.
Kenny?
I know it.
Kenny, you got to vote.
Kenny, you gotta vote.
I'm so confused.
So we're voting yes or no whether to change it, right?
Correct.
And if you vote,
You're voting on the resolution which has been amended to start at 6 o'clock, September 2020. Correct.
Might all be dead.
so if we want it to change, we vote yes, and if you don't want it to change, you vote no, correct? Okay.
It's not going to change today.
No. No. Well, it's included in the amendment.
Okay, all hearts and minds clear?
Miss Joy's not.
Has everybody voted?
Well, somebody wants to change their vote, can you clean it up? Can you erase it and have 3 vote?
Correct, you can. Sure, until the vote's announced, you can change. Absolutely.
Because some people want to change their votes.
We've never had this much discussion.
Any change your vote?
3 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Whoever wants to change their vote.
Yeah.
Oh, did he just wipe his head?
Everybody going to revote.
Revote.
Okay.
Amending rule.
She's
Well,
already
she's
erased.
She's already cleared it. It's cleared.
What?
Okay, this is amending.
Clarify, Mike, if you vote yes, you voted for the resolution as amended, correct?
Right.
You vote no, you're against.
And if you abstain, it don't even matter.
That's right. That's a no.
If you vote no, then it comes back up to the original resolution.
No.
No.
No, it's either
no,
up or
no,
down.
it doesn't.
Either
That's
up or
the
down.
confusion.
And we have to have 17.
It'll take 17 to pass now.
It does.
I don't care.
Hey,
So,
Hearts and minds clear?
That's what they wanted to do.
certain.
Show the vote, please.
8 yes, 14 no, 2 abstain.
Fast.
There you go.
So what does that mean?
Resolution failed. Okay, resolution 21-6-8 to amend and increase in ambulance medical billing for WEMA.
We're on the next one.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I couldn't hear.
Resolution 8 is to amend and increase in ambulance medical billing for WEMA.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second.
Yes.
Here we go.
There you go.
You push your button for a second?
That's what I
You do?
go back for the minutes,
Okay,
is what is on that screen.
all right. Got a second.
Commissioner Smith, do you have a comment? All in favor? No, excuse me. Wrong statement. Please record your vote.
For money.
I don't think so. I'm abstaining. We're raising their taxes within the midst.
Everybody voted? Yes, I'm sorry. Heart and mind clear? Please record. Motion carries. Resolution 21-6-9 to amend the budget and appropriation resolution for the 2021 fiscal year for line item transfers into tourism. A motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, Mr. Rich.
I got a question. By show of hands, how many people have these resolutions?
I don't know. Read your email.
If you do not have these resolutions, hold up your hand.
Read your email.
Why don't you?
I'm not gonna sit here and vote on something.
It was, the resolutions were emailed out to everyone.
They're in the
They
package.
also sent them in the mail.
Yeah, the package.
Mine on my phone.
In the mail.
I didn't have several of the committee minutes in my packet. I do have the resolutions.
Everything, all the minutes and all the resolutions were emailed to everyone.
I have them in my packet.
Got an email that said if you want a hard copy, have it put.
Right here, I have it on
on
my
your
computer,
table.
on the
I asked
computer
for a hard
packet. I
copy
don't know
earlier
about the
on.
other packet.
But the
I
committee
don't get
minutes
the
are
printed
there.
packet.
I don't have a copy neither.
I don't quite.
Okay.
Don't matter, I vote either way I want.
Where are we?
I emailed them out to everyone, the entire June packet, along with a note that said, if you needed a hard copy, let me know. Right. And I would have it laying on your desk.
You did.
I have a hard copy in my desk of all the resolutions, but not all the committee minutes.
Ms. Breeze?
Are we waiting on a motion or what are we waiting on?
I've got a question about the resolution.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Can you explain where the revenue is coming from? Because I see where the expenses are being changed, but is the revenue coming from general fund or?
Good question.
For tourism,
Yeah. Okay, sorry, that just wasn't clear in the documentation. So, thank you.
How much? We got a motion.
Mr. Ash?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I agree. I looked, it's in my email, it's not in my packet. So I'm comfortable voting on it. I mean, I know what it is. We all sit through that budget process, so just a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready to cast your vote? Please cast your vote.
I mean, that was a boatload of money.
I know.
Everybody's voted, all hearts and minds clear? Please record. Okay, motion passes. 21-6-9, no, 10, excuse me. to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an appropriation into county buildings.
Motion.
Second.
Push your button.
I did.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Ready to cast your vote? Please cast your vote. All hearts and minds clear? Please record. Motion passes. Resolution passes. 21-6-11, to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year and to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation from the general fund into trustee commission.
Motion.
It's already done.
A motion and a second. Any discussion?
Easy.
Please cast your vote.
Sorry.
Please record. Okay, motion, resolution approved.
I already pushed it.
Resolution 21-6-12, to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year, to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation from the special purpose tax fund into trustee commissions.
Motion.
Second, or motion.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion. Please cast your vote. Please record. Resolution passes. 21-6-13, to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year, and to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriations from Highway Public Works Fund into trustee commission.
Second.
A motion and a second. Discussion? Please cast your vote.
Jerry?
Everybody voted? Are you ready to record?
Is that the Constitution?
Please record. Resolution passes. 21-6-14, to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year, and to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriations from general debt service fund into trustee commission.
My button's broken.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. Please cast your vote.
Oh.
We got that good voting system.
Tell me, I keep using it.
You ready to record?
Bang it down on it.
Please record.
I get to vote twice, you didn't know that?
Resolution passes.
See there?
See, that was, what was that, 14? Resolution 21-6-15 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year and to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation from Rural Debt Service Fund into Trustee Commission.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion. Please cast your vote. Are you ready to record? Please record.
Holy cow.
Resolution passes. Resolution 21-6-16 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year and to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation from Capital Projects Fund into Trustee Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Are you ready to vote? Please vote.
See, look,
Okay, ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. Okay, we're on 18. Oh, skipped one. Resolution 21-6-17 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year and to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation from Solid Waste Disposal Fund into Trustee Commission.
Motion.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Already up there.
Discussion. Are you ready to vote? Please vote.
I'm going to make a motion to put this one together with the other.
Ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. Resolution 21-6-18 to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an appropriation from the general fund to general sessions judges.
Second.
A motion and a second. Discussion? Mr. Walker?
Make a motion, can we bundle this together with the other ones on communication, the 19?
18, 19.
Thought we'd done that in committee anyway, I mean,
I thought we did.
thought we'd done that in budget anyway.
Yes, ma'am, I thought we did.
Yeah, we bundled all voted on could have been bundled. They were all the same thing, just different funds.
Question, Jim, why did we have so many, all of them in the trustee commission and didn't have some?
I'll pass that to, well, I'll answer the second part of that. They don't get bundled unless y'all say bundled,
Right.
because they come out as individual.
We did bundle these,
Should they be bundled when it came
But it's
out?
too late now.
I kept waiting for somebody to make that motion, but
It's too late now, we're already through them.
We ain't got that many more to go.
I wasn't fast enough on the button, I'm sorry.
Let's just go through them the way they are, we're almost done.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I gotta stay.
already been on the
Stay-
second.
Paid the same amount regardless of where we go.
Yeah, but the last 8 were all about trustees commissions
Yes.
from 8 different funds.
Yes.
Every fund that collects property taxes, more property taxes came in than budgeted, so the trustee got more money than budgeted. So he funds his office.
Right.
We do this every June.
In order for next year for them to be bundled, the budget committee has to bundle them and bring them.
I thought they did it.
Sure, what they did was they voted to bundle them in committee, but they didn't say bundle them in the
We're done with all the trustees. Go on, come on.
You'd rather
Be done.
Next year, y'all.
Yeah, we'll take care of it next year, and it was my understanding, every fund, you can't do a budget amendment that crosses multiple funds. In other words, you can't do a budget amendment for the general fund and solid waste, so that's why they're prepared individually. But next year, we will bundle them. We'll do one budget amendment that will, it'll cross funds, but it will balance within each individual fund and one big bundle, yes, sir.
Okay, y'all ready to vote?
Yeah, the motion, did we have a second on bundling this one with 19? Yes,
18
sir.
and 19 is all it was.
That's it?
Yeah, 18 and
19, I
They
think.
they should have been together anyway.
Thought we did, was done in budget.
Second,
Yeah.
just bundle 18 and 19.
Look at this. Sandra tells me that 19 already has what's in 18 in it, so we may not need it.
General sessions.
Mm-hmm, it sure does.
Yeah, 18,
Oh.
18 needs to be pulled.
Good catch. We double dipped there almost.
Yep, 18 needs to be pulled.
Great job on that, Sonia. Good eye.
Okay, so let me read 19.
We had to back it out.
To amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for 2021 fiscal year, to make an appropriation from general fund to judicial commissioners, general session judges, human resources, register of deeds, and tourism and benefits. Veteran, what is that?
Motion to approve.
Yeah. Can't read my own writing. We have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, y'all ready to vote?
Yes.
Please cast your vote.
We did all those individually.
Ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. So we're on number 20. 21-6-20 to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an appropriations from the general fund to veterans.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion? Ready to cast your vote? Please vote. You ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. 21-6-21 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year, and to amend the budget and appropriation of resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation into WEMA, and this is concerning the government grant.
Motion.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Please vote.
I done watched the darn thing 3 times.
Ready to record? Please record the vote. Resolution passes. Resolution 21-6-22 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year, and to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriation into WEMA. This has to do with ambulance service permit fees.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Please cast your vote. Ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. Resolution 21-6-23 to reflect revenues received but not included in the original budget for the 2021 fiscal year and to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year to make an additional appropriations into Sports Authority.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? You ready to vote? Please vote. Ready to record? Record the vote. Resolution 23 passes. Resolution 21-6-24 to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for 2021 fiscal year to make an appropriations from Ag Center Fund 124 into Ag Center.
Second.
Wait a minute, that's not what it said.
We have a motion and second. Any discussion? Mr. Gentry?
On the resolution, it says from, okay, disregard. I stand corrected.
Any other discussion? Are you ready to vote? Please cast your vote. Ready to record? Please record. Okay, Resolution 24 approved. Resolution 21-6-25 to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for 2021 fiscal year to make an appropriations from the General Debt Service Fund into General Debt Service and to make line item transfers.
Motion.
To approve. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion.
This is where we save money.
Ready to vote? Please cast your vote. Ready to record? Please record. Resolutions approved. Resolution 21-6-26 to amend the budget and appropriation resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year by approving Wilson County Board of Education General Purpose School Fund Budget Amendment 21-10 for summer camp.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? You ready to vote? Please cast your vote. Are you ready to record? Please record. Resolution passes. Resolution 21-6-27 to amend the budget and appropriation resolution for the 2021 fiscal year by approving Wilson County Board of Education General Purpose School Fund Budget Amendment 21-11.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion. Ready to vote? Please vote.
Something's wrong.
We got to vote again? Okay. Are you ready to record? Please record. Resolution 27 passes. Resolution 21-6-28 to amend the budget and appropriations resolutions for the 2021 fiscal year by approving Wilson County Board of Education General Purpose School Fund Budget Amendment for school federal projects.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Are you ready to vote? Please cast your vote. You ready to record? Please record. Resolution 28 passes. Any old business? Any new business?
I got,
Mr. Gentry?
yeah, I have one new business item. We have been interviewing part-timers for our judicial commissioner's office, and we have, one has been selected, and I'd like to get a vote to confirm this person. His name is John Lefevre. Formerly, he was a detective and an instructor in law enforcement, and he's here tonight, and it would be a part-time position at will, and we'd like to confirm him tonight if we could do that. And I make a motion that we do it.
It passed committee.
Motion and second. Discussion.
Question, was this taken through committee?
It was.
Yes, it was. I'm not real sure why it didn't get on the appointments tonight. Could have been me, I'm not sure.
Right.
Okay, do we vote?
Have a second, right?
There's a second.
Motion and a second. Was there any? Ms. Vanetta?
No, on something else.
Okay. Okay, ready to vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Any other new business? Ms. Vanetta?
Well, this could be considered old and new. As most of you know, I brought up in the meetings a couple times about the Expo Center, that the line item bonus payment was $12,000 and last year, zero this year, and $12,000 for 2022 budget. I met with Mayor Hutto today, and he assured me he had that worked out, that there would be a bonus payment made to our Expo Director, and he would work that out for 2022. And I just want to bring that to everyone's attention. We did meet today, and he said he'd get that worked out. So thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion?
I have one more comment, and I failed to do it because they didn't get up there. I'd like to also thank the Lebanon City Policemen and the Lebanon City Police Fire Department for helping us on Market Street with our Juneteenth. They were not here, so I hope Chris Dowell is listening to me to make sure that they realize that I really recognize them and think they're awesome.
He's ignoring you like always.
Okay. Is there any other comments that needs to be made?
Motion we adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.